Good morning. We have some repairs to make this morning. Last night I was just going over this, cleaning it up a little bit. Excuse me. Just cleaning it up a little bit, checking over some stuff, making some adjustments, and let me show you what we got in store. We were a little bit worried about this when we got this because we've been running, I guess let me just preface it by saying we've been running like, gosh, 5.5 to 7 in pretty much every field. And we had talked a lot about like whether tires or tracks would be better because we were a little worried about all our sprinkler tracks. You know, I mean, you can only hit sprinkler tracks so fast, so many times before stuff breaks. Well, lost some wheel studs, which I know is not uncommon. It's just kind of part of it, but it's a little hard not to feel like it's self-inflicted just because, like I said, we've been going so fast, which we just kind of have to. I mean, to keep the combine loaded, that's just kind of part of it. But so we're gonna pop this outside dual off. Hopefully I can get those other studs out of there pretty easy. They're broke off pretty long, so I should be able to get a pipe wrench on them and just turn them out of there. But yeah, we were gonna go pick corn this morning, but got a project to do first.
Okay, good morning again. Don't step on my toes. I can't ever just be a regular girl. I have jacked up toenails.
Regular girl.
Oh yeah, I have to redact my feet because I can't trust some of y'all.
Showing them your feet.
I know. So this is the next morning after Zach discovered the bolts. What do you call it, bolts?
Yeah, the wheel studs.
Yeah, 3 of them, 4 of them.
5 of them.
5, like another one.
Yeah, I hit them all with an impact and one more snapped off.
Yeah, so he took a video. He has kind of the footage of that, but that's a mess right here. I don't know how good you can see that with this lens.
I think we're pretty lucky.
Oh yeah, definitely, because the trek from the other side of the farm, the East Farm is what you've been calling it,
yeah,
over to here is a really long drive on a busy highway. So I can't even imagine what would have happened if this, he said, and the combine would have dropped. Anyway,
yep.
He discovered some other things this morning as he was getting started.
Yeah, I was unhooking the corn head just to go set it down, you know, not have so much weight to jack up. And I got to looking, which I've already kind of rigged this, and I'll explain it in a second. But essentially, it's one of these. This isn't a tensioner pulley, but the thing that's broke is a tensioner pulley. Whatever reason, they went to this double system where there's two cast iron pulleys right next to each other. The bearing went out of this outer one, and so I just kind of made it a habit. I was standing right here. I just always make it a habit. If I see a bearing, I always kind of grab it, pull on it, and just make sure it's good. And I about fell down because I pulled on it, and I just pulled it off the combine, not even knowing. Of course, we called. There's none anywhere around. Can't get the bearing on the inside. Can't get the whole assembly till tomorrow. There's none anywhere close enough to drive to. So we were kind of just like, well, I guess we're down today, which is frustrating because there's supposed to be a bad storm tonight with like high winds and hail.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 50% chance and that was it.
No, it's a pretty good chance of some, they're calling it severe hail and high winds.
Severe hail, that's terrifying.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, so that was kind of brutal to figure out, you know, we're going to be down today, all day. And most of tomorrow because, goodness.
The cat boy.
Because parts don't get there till noon to our local store.
Oh, dang it.
Which is whatever, it happens. But anyways, got the idea from a buddy because obviously we can't run with just one, it's over on the edge, which you'll have to get closer to this. But we took the one pulley off, shimmed this pulley over to where at least this one is running right in the center. You're just like right in my face.
No, I'm not. It's like a perfect angle.
No, I know, but it just
I didn't beat him up, by the way. He has severe allergies.
Do I look bad?
Like only that side of your face is like red.
I've been blowing this off and dust is swirling right here by the shop.
When he gets dusty, it is bad. And this was covered in a pile of dust, so he's been cleaning it.
Yeah, but anyway, this pulley now is running dead in the middle, which still isn't ideal because it's not as wide as the belt is, but it'll run for today. We can at least accomplish something. I mean, cutting anything is better than not cutting at all, so it's kind of rigged, but it'll work, I think. Blake ran to town to go get parts. And since we've got this combine, the coolant charge tank has been leaking. It's a long story, but it's been leaking. It's got a bunch of broke spots on it. So we got a new one. We just haven't had time to put it on, so we're gonna go put it on.
To climb up there, and I gotta climb up there in my goofy shoes. What a mess.
I had to put you where you could see this because I think I'm about to make a giant mess. Okay. Should be ready to just put this baby back on. Oh, nice. Soaked my shirt in coolant. That's good. There we go. Tractor and a square baler going by. We do a lot of, or not we do, but there's a lot of guys in our area that do bale corn stalks for the dairies and the feedlots around. Now we should be ready for this. Now we're ready for our hoses. Oh, you know what? Once again, ahead of myself. What am I doing? Brain is not working. I'm just excited to get this fixed. This thing's been leaking since we got it. It's been really annoying. There we go. So here's my idea. Man, I look terrible. I'm so sorry. And I'm so covered in dirt or dust. So working on these studs that are broke off, and on this year model of combine, they hadn't switched back to there's like a spacer ring that you put on the inner dual, and then the outer dual bolts onto that. So basically, if you want to take the outer dual off, the inner dual just stays on. On this combine, it's just one set of bolts go through both wheels. Well, I really didn't want to have to pull this outer dual off to try to get those broken studs out, as these things are just hard to handle by yourself. So my idea was, I took a nut. Oh, here, right, I got one right here. I took a nut off of one of our sprinkler tires, just a regular, lug nut that we bolt our sprinkler tires on with, and I welded it on the end of the stud, and by gosh, it worked. None of you YouTube welders make fun of my welding job. I can't even say I'm a farmer because I just work here. I literally just work here. I'm not a welder, but it worked. So now we're gonna see if we can get them other 4 out of there by doing this same thing. If so, I might pat myself on the back, even though there's gonna be people laugh at me. I'm sure there's some easier way I'm overlooking, but we'll give you an update here in a second.
Hours later.
Well, I may have changed my shirt, and I would like to say that I've been helping Zach, but I have not. I've been in the house editing videos while he's been getting everything fixed, and hopefully he got everything fixed, including the coolant leak. Why can't I talk? The tire, of course, the duals. And right now he's updating everything, and he's going to update my tractor as well. So there'll be some really cool updates to come, I think, if I'm thinking about the same thing he's talking about. But we will update you, I guess, when we get to the field. We're still gonna try and pick some corn close to the house. So hopefully we can get at least a few truckloads done today. I feel really bad for the trucks. I don't want them to be like on call waiting for us, but I guess that's part of their job, isn't it? But hopefully we can get some good corn picked today. Okay guys, we're picking officially, and guess what? You guys have seen this little well site and pivot many times before, and now it's very strange seeing Zach in a combine cutting around it like this. I will maybe insert some clips of what it looked like here. This is where I did a lot of my little corn updates. Very strange seeing it all yellow and golden and crunchy like this, but here we are. And now I'm driving a tractor over where we used to check the sprinkler every day, so it's kind of neat. Kind of neat, kind of strange, but here we go, I guess. It's very hilly right here. To a Kansan, this is a mountain. How do y'all not spill corn all over the place up north where there's lots of hills and stuff? Okay, don't hit the pivot. Don't hit the pivot. Here we go. There's the pivot road. Oh my goodness. There's the muddy pivot road that's really hard to get to.
I don't know why you thought this was a good idea.
He's blaming me for this when in reality, he's the one that did this. He did this. You did this. How dare you? How dare you? He's gonna get full before we hit the end, and we're gonna get stuck in here because I am not the best backer-upper there is, and I am not backing up with that. Have you seen that thing? I'm not backing up with that thing all the way out of here. I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. So hopefully he makes it out of here. These sprinkler tracks are apparently pretty bad. Is this one of the fields you said was like the worst about sprinkler tracks, or was that 12?
That's Northwest 12. This one ought to be really good.
Good, thank God. I am so over rough tracks. We went in that last circle, and I was the only grain cart person, so I had to run quite a bit. If you guys know, you know that when there's only a limited amount of grain carts, you gotta run to the trucks once it gets closer to the end of the circle, because you're on the other side of the circle and you need to get back to the road to dump the trucks. And towards the end, I was just over it. I was so over hitting those tracks so hard that all my stuff was flying all over the place. I just need a break from it. I know that that the field across here, that's what he was just talking about, is gonna be bad. But if I can just have a break for a couple of days with some nice tracks, then I'll be fine. It's just repetitive and over and over and over again, I get really sick of it really fast. Hey, there's the pickup. Gosh, I got turned around. Okay, so that means that's the road. I'm just inviting you guys into my brain, my city girl brain. I have to really think about what direction is which. I get turned around really easily. Cool, the truck's not even here yet, so I'm not panicking to get across here. But yeah, just giving you a little insight of what's going on in my head. I don't know where I'm at half the time, and it's kind of okay, but it's not. But I've also met a few people that have lived here their whole life, and they are the same way I am. If you get in a certain area and you're not the one driving all the time, you're gonna get lost.
For just a second, I'll spin around and take this headland off.
But you're gonna get lost.
Matter of fact, you might just sit right there, because I'm not real sure where he'll stop at or anything yet.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's not here yet, so I don't feel very rushed. And you look like you're getting full, but not like insanely full. But yeah, I get lost really easily, especially because I'm just not the one driving all the time. It's just easy not to know where you're at when you're not paying attention, which is not good, but there he goes. Okay, we're on a roll now. Well, as much as you can be on a roll when you are a two-man team here. So he's been having to wait for me every single time after I dump on the truck, because he gets full so fast which is kind of good, I guess. But yeah, the plan is we're going to quit. Gosh, we didn't even get started on this circle until really late in the day because of all the things that happened with the combine. Tomorrow he should have the parts. Yeah, hopefully everything gets fixed the right way and it's not band-aided, and we can just get on a roll tomorrow together. And it's really sweet because we're like right by our house, so it's not like we have really far ways to go like we did last time going to Sublette. So let's see how this angle works. I don't have you on actual glass right now. I have a GoPro mount suction cupped to the plastic corner, and I'm putting all of my trust into it right now. I'm waiting for Zach to get his auger out, and I'm gonna go get him once he gets that header going and everything. But I'm so happy that Zach is so knowledgeable on combines and tractors, making sure they're all serviced and ready to go, and they look things over really well, because I can't even imagine the trouble that we would all be in, and maybe the combine would be in if those duals fell off and the whole combine hit the ground. That thing's got to weigh like 50 million tons. So what is he doing? What's happening? I guess he just wants me to come under him, but he's not getting on the radio to help do that. Guess we'll see what he wants. Is that what you want? He's not even looking over here. Oh, the joys of working with your spouse. I can't read your mind. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? What? It's full. Okay, I'm not waiting. No. Yes. Yes. Hey. Yes. Yep. It just right after you did that started blinking. Cool. The sensors have been off, so this is awesome. Cool. Oh crap. Close to it. Dang it. I'm sure I picked the wrong freaking line. Zach stays on the phone all day with so many people that I never know if he's on the phone, and I never get to talk to him. And then when we do talk, we'll talk for like hours on end, and I don't have any questions. But then when he gets off the phone with me, we have, I have all these questions and just rookie stuff. It's crazy. Going like 7, sometimes even 8 miles an hour in this combine, chasing him around the field and staying with him and everything. Right now we're only doing like 4.5 miles an hour, and I feel like we're going so slow, but to some people this is their regular speed, up to like 5 or so. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. At the end of this week, I will be going antelope hunting with my late husband's parents, and this is like a tradition that we've done. My late husband, Kale, took me on my very first antelope hunt together in 2020, and it was the first time I ever shot any big game, I believe, and it was a doe. That was such a cool hunt. I love eating antelope. If you've never had it, it is so good. In my opinion, I even like it better than whitetail or mule deer. So every year, his parents and I, we go on that hunt together, and we just have a lot of fun, and that's just a tradition we do, and I'm really, really excited for that. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we get one. If we get one, I'll post it here, but I'm scared to post really anything here like that because I don't know if YouTube likes that. So Zach and I have been thinking about making our own separate channel for reloading and hunting and everything like that, because we like to go coyote hunting and calling, of course, antelope and deer and all sorts of stuff. Not a lot of bird hunting, but definitely all of that other stuff.
A fourth truck.
There's 4 trucks here. Don't lose it.
Was right. You've loaded 8 3 times, and another guy once.
Oh. Yes. Wait. I thought I've only loaded Abe twice. They've done one Abe, him, Abe. I thought he was saying a bunch of trucks.
I thought I didn't catch what he said.
I thought it was only 3 trucks. Abe, that other guy, and then Abe. Anyway, I would take you on that hunt, but I don't have service there, and I just don't plan on filming because they probably don't want to be on film. But it's just a cool thing with us. Would you guys like to see it if I end up getting one? Because I've gotten one every single year since I've started hunting them in 2020. And honestly, if I don't get one this year, it doesn't matter as long as I'm spending time with them. So we process them all ourselves. Let me know if you want to see that. I make my own jerky. Yeah, we cut our own little steaks. I can show you guys recipes. Just let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd be interested in. Some people ask about the wildlife and everything. Yes, we like to hunt and eat all of our own game. So we'll see what happens. I will just let me know if that's what you want. Well, the rest of that day went really smooth, and fingers freaking crossed that the rest of the days go smooth. Not necessarily what Zach did, but it's always wild to me to see how creative farmers can get when they're in a bind. Basically, they turn into MacGyver and they put stuff together with baling wire is what I'm hearing. I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have a tech to just come out to your house? We hit a little bit of wet corn again. So of course that means we have a little break to kind of do a little bit more maintenance and checking over. So in the next vlog, you're gonna see a little bit more maintenance and a little bit more corn picking once we get back on a roll. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you to all my city friends that kind of sound off in the comments and tell me how you feel about being on the same page as me and not knowing anything about farming and learning. I'm about to jump on the tractor and go finish a couple circles with Zach. And also, thank you so much for all the support on my grief video and the fog after I lost my late husband. It means the world to me that people are reaching out and telling their stories because it's really healing. So thank you to all my grievers, all my widows, my widowers. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. And I loved reading through all those comments and stories. It just meant a lot to me. You guys have no idea. Can't wait for the day that I work up some more courage to talk more about grieving. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye.